I'm the daddy.
I'm the daughter.
And welcome to Daddy
Daughter
Disney. Better. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Daddy Daughter Disney. My name is Michael.
And I'm Allie.
On today's episode, we thought we would review a Disney movie.
It is called The Black Hole, and if you haven't heard of it, that's alright because I didn't know what it was either.
So in the late 70s, Disney decided they wanted to kind of capitalize on the whole Star Wars sci-fi type success. So they released this movie, and it was a great one.
We watched it so you don't have to.
Here we go. All right, we're going to start this review of The Black Hole with Allie telling everybody what you think The Black Hole is about.
I don't know, the movie was kind of unclear, but basically there's this group of astronauts, and their mission is to find life forms in space besides just on Earth. And then they run into this spaceship that's been lost and just stranded for 20 years near a black hole. See the title works? And then they go, to explore and trouble.
Yeah, so the movie, it is, so visually, I didn't think it was that bad. So, obviously 1978, 79, compared to today, if you're watching a movie from today, you're like, oh gosh, that's awful. But when comparing it, we're just going to compare it to Star Wars as far as...
the special effects are pretty on par with Star Wars.
Yeah, they're, something that I don't like, and I know we're probably getting off script here, like we have a script. So think of Star Wars and think of the Black Hole. So Star Wars, A New Hope, episode 4 starts off, and there's this, instantly, there's like, pew pew, everything, they're shooting, right? Everything's just happening. There's a lot of excitement. I'm into it, like, I'm hooked, and obviously... Darth Vader, comes walking in. Yeah, but there's like
the first scene, it starts and it's just like 3 minutes of just like a black screen. I was beginning to think that it's just the whole movie. It was just a black screen.
I thought maybe that Disney Plus had like maybe messed something up, or maybe they're like the stream was bad. I don't know what was going on. I was like, what's up?
It was just a black screen for 3 minutes, and it was just. And then it had the credits on like who's starring it, who made it.
And that took another like 3 or 4 minutes.
Another 3 minutes. So then it's just like. Why weren't you doing this the first 3 minutes?
Right. And so in I guess the spirit of comparing it to Star Wars, like I was mentioning, like how they were having like the little battle at the beginning. So do you remember like how long into the movie before we started seeing like little laser blasters going off? It was a long time, right? I mean, I would say an hour plus into the movie, and then they had that little battle. Or, towards the end before the ship. Yeah, so it was...
We didn't know that the laser thingies were even a thing until, like, the movie's almost over, and then they just whip them out. I'm like, oh, okay. We're really Star Wars now.
And if Disney is trying to kind of cash in on the whole Star Wars fame or whatever, then you probably want to have, like, some blaster battles kind of early on, at least. That would have probably kind of intrigued me more. And maybe that wasn't what Disney was going for, but, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to discuss some highlights of the film. Allie, why don't you start us off? What are some highlights?
I think the only part of the movie that I really, truly enjoyed were the scenes that Bob was in. Bob was like this little droid that stole the show. He was like a busted-up droid from the ship that had been lost for 20 years.
And he had a really awesome southern accent?
Yeah, I loved his accent. He was like, go get him for me, Vincent. I almost said something.
So, highlights for me, that really, there's not a whole lot. I mentioned earlier, just the visuals of the movie. It was kind of good for its time. But other than that, let me think. Highlights. The movie was only, I guess, an hour and 30 minutes long, so it could have been 2 hours. So that's a highlight that it wasn't 2 hours. So that's good. And we lost 6 minutes at the beginning because of the black screen and then the intro, so that is good. But yeah, there's a lot of this movie that I don't like. And we're gonna discuss that now.
Yeah.
All right, so we're a few minutes into the video at this point, and we're going to try to not spend the next 20 minutes talking about things that we don't like about this movie. So, Allie, I'm going to let you take the lead here. What are things about the black hole that you disliked?
That's a really long list. There was one thing that I felt was basically just used for plot convenience. There was like the girl Kate and the droid Vincent. I had like this, I don't know, like connection. It seemed like they were communicating via force.
Like with telekinesis, they were
Yeah.
like, you know, from her brain to some sort of chip inside of him, maybe. Yeah.
It was weird, and they would just like anytime they were separated, they would like communicate plot points that they needed to get across.
And then she would give you
And
this
she
blank
would
stare.
just-
She'd be like. But anyways, yeah. So it would be this blank stare. It was hilarious. It was confusing at first, and then once you realize,
I was like, oh, that's what they're doing.
I kept thinking like we were gonna get like a hey Vincent come in, but no, it was just. Anyways, continue. What are some things that you don't like about it?
I don't know. Everything. Everything was just kind of weird.
It was a really weird movie, and I'll say this. So, acting wasn't great, but I mean, with a plot like that, it's kind of difficult. I'm sure that they were just kind of phoning in those lines. And I just don't get it. I don't know what was going on.
It was confusing all the time. I just kept being like, what?
I mean, we're not gonna, spoil anything. I mean, it's like, how old is this movie? Like 40 years old? Yeah, we're not going to spoil anything for you. But we're, at the same time, like, we're going to kind of tell you some of the things that's happening. Like, so the crew from the original ship are all, like, robots now? They're all, like humanoids?
He turned them into robots, but they were still people.
Right.
They had, like...
He being like the main bad guy,
Oh,
just
yeah.
a guy who was on the original, well, not the
Like the
original ship,
captain.
but yeah, like, was he the captain? Or?
I
Okay,
think
so yeah, he's been on the ship for 20 years. He's gone crazy. He's turning everybody into like humanoids and stuff, right? He's got a really sweet like accent, like Hispanic accent. I kind of like that. He's got a cool beard like me, but yeah, the movie it drags, and even though it's only 90 minutes, it just drags. It's like they're doing so much like explaining, but nothing is making sense, and I was getting aggravated. Like, man, there's so many other things I could be doing with my time right now. But instead I'm watching The Black Hole. Just a review so 10 people can watch and nobody leave a comment down below, right? So, another thing that I don't like is, so, the ending.
Oh, the ending.
Tell them about the ending. Because we haven't, not to cut you off, we haven't discussed the ending, okay? So we just finished watching and we haven't sat down and really discussed the ending. So I'm kind of curious, what do you think was going on in the ending?
Alright.
Or explain to them what you saw visually, what was happening.
The whole, like, last 5 minutes of this movie was just pure, I didn't know what was going on. I was just staring at the screen confused. There was, like, some fire, something that looked like aliens. There was, like, the main bad guy, his, like, main droid that wasn't a human.
Maximilian.
Maximilian. He was, like, standing on top of this mountain-looking thing. And
Yeah, before he's standing on the mountain, like, he's actually looking at the bad guy, and then, like...
they become one.
Right, it's crazy.
So weird. This whole movie is so weird, especially that ending.
Yeah, so the ending is, it's odd, you know, so they go into the black hole, and...
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess this kind of represents, like, hell. And I only say that because at first I didn't really think that, right? So it's red, fiery, and then it goes into this, like, it's like a cathedral type.
It looks like a cathedral type
Yeah.
hallway, and there's this, like,
Angel,
like,
like-
flying.
What was that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, so there's this dark, ominous music, and then, like, it starts to go into this, like, little arched way, cathedral type deal, and, like, the music, like, becomes all, like, I don't know, not happy, but just almost like a harp is playing in the background, and I can't remember off the top of my head, and then the ghost angel comes in out of nowhere, and And then, like, so the ship, like, was that Earth they were coming to at the end?
No.
So I think they got out of the black hole. Is that what happened? They made it out?
And I think they made it back to Earth.
I think. You would, maybe they wanted that little bit of doubt there. I don't know. But you would think that if we're going back to Earth and there's this planet, Earth is pretty, like, you can look at it and see, okay, there's Earth. But we couldn't tell because it was just like...
It didn't look like Earth.
It didn't. So...
I don't know where else they would go, though.
So there's a lot more that I don't like about this movie, but I'm so angry we're going to stop right there. So, all right, so we've come to the portion of the video where we're going to rate the movie 1 to 10. 1 being I will never ever watch again, and if somebody says, hey, I feel like watching The Black Hole, I'll slap them in the face and say, do not do that. And 10 being like,
I need to watch this movie again now.
Yeah, it's like Empire Strikes Back, or just something that you just got to watch over and over, right? So, Allie, you lead. What do we got here?
2.3.
Wow. So
that's pretty good.
That's a very generous rating. I'm gonna have to definitely go with a 1. I'll never watch this movie again. I don't see any reason
watch this again.
ever. And, it is so bad. And, there were moments in the movie where I'm like, okay, so this is kind of like a dark story. This could be something. But then I was let down.
It wasn't.
Yeah, after, every turn, it was just another letdown. And I think that Disney could have done something really good with this. And then it was almost like they just kind of phoned this movie in, and it was just bad.
Like, it wasn't a funny, like, good bad, like Bill and Ted or something. It was just bad.
Yeah, it was certainly bad. So a 2.3 from Allie. It's very generous, and then a 1 for me. All right, there you have it. There is our very first movie review here on Daddy Daughter Disney. Do us a favor. If you've seen the movie, the Black Hole, I'm sorry.
First of all, my condolences.
Yeah, apologies. Let us know that you've watched it down below so we can kind of keep account. I would imagine there's probably only 20 people who've seen it, so maybe...
Like in the world.
Yeah.
In all of history.
It was definitely a memorably bad movie. Memorably bad? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will forever remember how bad it was.
Yes. So, and if you're thinking about watching it, leave a comment down below so we can reply and be like, no, don't do it.
If you do it, you should go watch it and then leave a comment and tell us your rating. But don't go watch it.
Exactly. So, yeah, and just, if you're never going to watch it, leave a comment anyways. Just leave some comments.
Say, hey, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Good thing y'all told me not to watch it.
Geez, I really am so grateful that y'all told us not to watch this. I was about to hit play, and then I stumbled upon your YouTube video. And I was like, let me not watch this now. Thank you for saving 1 hour and 36 minutes of my life. So if you liked this video, not the Black Hole.
The video
that you're watching now, give us a thumbs up. And what else?
Comment, subscribe for more positive stuff about Disney. This is our first ever really talking negative.
Yeah, and it probably won't be the last because there's some bad stuff out there, and I can't wait to dive into that. So do us a favor, go back and watch our previous videos where we kind of discuss happy thoughts about Disney parks and food and music. We sing a lot. We sing. So
you don't have to like that part.
Right. Our singing is probably comparable to the Black Hole, you think? So,
I think it's a little better than Black Hole.
Maybe we're a 2.3. I don't know. So also we are on Instagram. We are at daddydaughter_Disney_. Funny story on that, when we've told it in a previous video. So Daddy Daughter Disney is just not available on Instagram, so we had to do the whole underscore thing. So, yeah, sorry about that. So we're not that easy to find, but if you go there, you'll see some pictures of mainly Allie and myself and some parks and other fun stuff. So until next time, I have been the daddy.
I have been the daughter.
And this is Daddy
Daughter
Disney. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum.
got you.
All right.
We got you.
Hurry.
It's all right, honey. It's all right. It's okay.
Now,
Gravity's at maximum, Dan.
My God, I think it's got us.
man is about to enter
We got a break here, too.
the black hole. A journey that begins where everything ends.